want like a whole, LGBTQ community of children.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode from Unwrapped Lollipops. We're very happy that you're tuning in with us, and we're so happy about the reaction we got from the last episode. Very thankful for everyone who heard it. And if you haven't heard the introduction or our first episode, this is Hatoon with you and my co-host Farah, and we're just two best friends here to entertain.
Okay, so guys, the last episode we did was more of story time, fun, and it was a bit more lighthearted. But this one is going to be slightly serious, not too serious, but it's a bit different to the first episode that we did. So
I actually
Hatoon,
don't know still what exactly we're gonna do, but I'm
yeah.
very excited.
So I didn't tell you on purpose because if I tell you
Yeah.
what it's about and you type the test in Google, you will be able to find it, and then it would completely change the results. So I just didn't tell
I'm
you.
scared of what we're gonna reveal about me today.
It's
Not
not
comfortable doing this to the public for.
for real though. If you're not, we don't have to.
No, it's fine. I'm joking. Yeah.
Okay, so a few months ago, I came across this woman. Her name is Teal Swan, and she is a American. She's a American. What is she specifically? She's not a therapist, but she's a public speaker, and she talks about like spirituality. She's a spiritual healer, and she's amazing. Okay, the first time I heard her, I was like, how come I don't know this woman exists? She is incredible.
All
So
right.
I came across this thing. It's called, she was doing this test. I was watching her YouTube video and she was doing this test and it said the cube test.
The what? Sorry.
The cube test.
The cube test. All right.
Yeah. So apparently it's like a personality test, which was designed by a Japanese psychologist. And what it does is that it's like it's a test, like a series of questions that I will ask you, and then your answers kind of tell like what kind of a personality you have.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Sure.
yeah, so we've both taken like tests online,
We
personality.
love taking tests.
Yeah. So, but this one, when I did the test myself, although I didn't do it perfectly because I was distracted while I was doing it. So when I did it, I was so surprised with the result because it says so much about you that you don't even realize. So not getting too much into it and
Oh
not
dear
giving
God.
you too much information. I just want you to like answer without having any, background knowledge on this.
Shoot it, Farah. Shoot it at me.
So a disclaimer for everyone, I am not a professional on this and I don't know how legit this test is or what it says. I'm just doing this because I think it's fun and I did it on my family as well and I love the results.
Okay. Also, let's post the test for them later on, or
Oh yeah,
like just put the link for it so they can do that.
I would link all the articles that I found because there's apparently like a slightly different version to it that the one Teal Swan did, but I liked her
Yeah.
version a lot more. Okay, Hatoon, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, so
I think I am.
for this test, you cannot be, if anyone is doing it with us, which I recommend you to, that you do the test along with me while I say the questions one by one. And don't skip to the end or don't skip to any other part of the video because that would change the result. You will not have a result if you skip through it. And also if you're driving
Okay.
or if you're doing like a physical activity that requires a lot of concentration, just leave it, sit down and close your eyes and do this test with me.
Close your eyes. Okay.
Yeah, you have to close your eyes. Okay, Hatoon, leave whatever you're doing and close your eyes and
Okay.
just answer whatever I ask you. And then also remember what you see and remember how you feel about it.
Okay.
So we start. Okay, Hatoon, you are in a vast desert and you see a cube.
A cube?
A cube.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to ask you, what is the desert like?
It's empty.
No, you don't have
It's
to
a
answer
desert.
it. You don't have to answer anything.
Okay.
You just have to think about it. You just have to think about
Okay.
everything that I say. You just think and you feel along with it and you remember it. So
Okay.
what is the desert like? How big Or how small is it? What is it filled with? Is there living things or non-living things? How do you feel about the desert? How do you feel about being in the desert? What do you think about it? So we're done with that.
Okay.
All right. So the second question. Now there's a cube in the desert.
Mhm.
How big is the cube?
Okay.
What is the cube made out of? What's the texture of the cube? What's its color? How does the color make you feel? How far is the cube away from you? Is it transparent? Can you see what's inside? How big is the cube compared to the desert? Compare the ratio. Are we done with that?
Okay.
Do we have a cube?
Yeah.
Okay. Third question. There's a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Is the ladder leaning on the cube? What is the color of the ladder? What is it made out of? What impression does it give you?
Mm-hmm.
What is the distance between the cube and the ladder? And what's the relationship between the cube and the ladder? And think about how this ladder makes you feel. Fourth question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a horse.
Okay.
What is the distance between the cube and the horse? What is the color of the horse?
Mm-hmm.
What's the horse doing? What impression does it give you? Is the horse tied? Is there a saddle? Okay, do we have a horse, Hatoon?
We have horse.
We have a horse, okay. Fifth question, and then there's one more after it. Fifth question. There's a storm. What is the distance between the storm and the cube? Is it a big storm? Is it a small storm? Is it passing by or is it staying? How do you feel about the storm? Okay, last question. There is a flower slash many flowers.
In the desert?
Yeah, in the desert.
Okay.
Where are these flowers relative to the cube? What are the colors of these flowers or flower? How do they make you feel? Okay, do we have flowers slash flowers?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I hope everyone did it along with Hatoon. If you still didn't do the test and you're still waiting that I would reveal something, go back to first question that I asked and do the test because it's not going to work if you just listen to it, my conversation right now.
Okay. I'm so confused. Okay.
It's
What's
really
happening?
confusing, but when I did this, Hatoon, I was so surprised because this is incredible. Some genius came up with it.
Okay. 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 Let me know now what's happening.
All right. Okay. So, Hatoon, when you saw, let's go to the first question, and I'm going to tell you about the desert. So, when you saw the desert, what did you see? Explain it to me.
So there was a lot of sand, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there was like mountains of sand, but they were a
Okay.
bit far from me. And just in front of me was like, just like a straight floor. That does not make sense, but like just the ground I could walk in. And
Okay.
then there's a camel on the side.
Okay. And there's living things there.
Yeah.
And what about like like shrubs or something? Was that there?
No, just a camel.
Just a live camel. Why did I kill the
A
camel?
live camel.
Sorry. Okay. So what the desert represents is how you view the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your idea of the world that you live in. And the size represents the knowledge of the world and how vast our worldview is. And the conditions of the desert represent how you view conditions of reality. For example, if you were in the desert and you feel it's huge and you feel lonely, you feel alone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't see anything in the world, that also means that you feel like there's not a lot in the world. to give to you. But if you see things in
Okay.
it, you see hope and optimism. That world is a good, rich place.
That's very good to know.
Okay, so if you see things, that's good. And there's no right or there's no wrong answer. And the
Yeah.
test could be like give different results for everyone in different parts of their lives. Okay, so the cube represents
Mhm.
you. How,
Okay.
like, what kind of a cube did you see? Tell me the size of the cube.
It was a Rubik cube. That's all I could think about. And I could see the blue
Rubik's
and
cube.
red size as yeah.
Okay, and you couldn't see inside of it.
No.
And the material, it's like solid cube.
Yeah. It's
All
plastic.
right, perfect. So the cube reflects how you think about yourself. So if the cube is made of like colorful things, you're like a
Uh-huh.
more warm person.
Yeah.
And if you see that the cube is made out of like a solid material, that means that you are a strong person.
Hey.
And also, how big was the cube? Like, was it a big cube or was it a small cube?
It was bigger than the normal Rubik cube, but it was
Hmm.
not a big cube.
But
You
not
know, it
like a
was just like
giant cube.
no, it was like
So
all right.
the size of the cube that represents how big or small you feel yourself relative to the world. So if you see like a huge cube, you feel that you have a big impact in the world and you have a big space in the world and you can do like you're very important. But if you see a small cube, you feel like you're a small part of the world, that the world is a lonely place, sort of.
Yeah.
So okay, about the ladder. And also, if
Hmm.
anyone else is doing this, if you see a cube that is made out of water or ice, it indicates that you let external elements influence you completely. Your personality is sensitive to social pressure, relationships, and other
Like
environments.
transparent.
If it's made, no, not even transparent, if it's made out of ice or water specifically.
Oh, eyes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And also, if you see a hollow cube and you're able to see inside it, and it's like made out of glass or something, which I saw, it's like
Mm-hmm.
that means that you're able to talk about your emotions and you're like a transparent person. You are not able to hide things inside.
I thought that's what I would have been.
That's what you think, and I didn't think that I would have been like
Yeah.
that, but I saw
I
that.
wouldn't have thought that you're like this.
So apparently, like for I don't know, that's what came to my head, a glass cube that I could see inside.
I just thought of a Rubik
It
cube.
is really weird, Hatoon. Every single person that I've done the test with, their results are like completely different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Okay,
Okay, what else?
the ladder.
The ladder.
Also, the color, you saw different colors, right?
Yeah.
And the texture is smooth.
Yeah, smooth. Plastic.
So if it's smooth, it means that you are a gentle person who takes care not to hurt others or make them feel uncomfortable. That's true about you.
Oh, that is true.
And if the cube is rough in texture, that means you are more straightforward. You tend to be honest in everything you say, no matter how it might affect the other person you're talking to.
But wait, it's a Rubik cube. Is that
It's
smooth?
smooth. Yeah, it does come out. And
Smooth, right? It's changeable. Oh,
oh yeah, yeah,
okay. I could
that
be
makes
both
sense.
for them.
If it's bumpy or spiky, you have a tendency to criticize others in an attempt to make them feel inferior to you. Who is this spiky person? I know someone who's going to be spiky. And also the color, what they say about you. So if it's you saw all the colors,
No, I saw red and blue.
red and blue, all right. Okay, so that says that red means you are physically active and enjoy rich sensory experiences. That's true about you.
Yes. Yes.
Also, blue means you are intelligent and respect others' ideals.
Yes.
That's also true about you. And so other colors are, for example, yellow, you're sociable and cherish your individuality. So there's all like different colors, and I would just link the article for everybody to read it. I'm just going to tell you about your ladder now. What kind of a ladder like did you see? Where
I
was
saw
it?
the normal steel ladder.
Steel
It
ladder?
was just there. Yeah,
Okay.
it was just
And
there in the middle.
how far was it from the cube?
It's close.
Close by? And like was
Yeah,
it
it
on the
wasn't like
floor?
leaning on it. Yeah, no, it was kind of like floating, like standing slash floating. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. How big was it?
It was a normal ladder size.
Okay, a normal
Like
ladder
a
side. Okay, so the ladder represents your goals. So the length
mhm.
of the ladder shows the scale of your goals. The shorter the ladder, the simpler your goals. The distance between the ladder and the cube determines the focus and effort that you are currently investing in your goals. If your ladder is close to the cube,
Yeah.
You're making all the efforts to achieve and assist your goals. If your ladder is
Yes.
leaning on your cube, you have a big goal to achieve. If your ladder is extending beyond it or it's way above the cube, you may feel your goals are too hard to achieve or you don't know what you need. If it's under your
Mm.
cube, you are someone who likes to be on top of things, but you may keep goals small because of this. The strength of the material of this ladder alludes to the support you feel you have from others in order to achieve your goals. So you saw a steel ladder. That's
Yeah.
good. That means that you feel that you're supported with your goals from other people around you. And also, Hatoon, I've done this test with few people, and I know someone who saw that the ladder was like far away on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like going up, it's just far away on the floor. And
Oh
someone
no.
is like seeing the ladder is like close to them, but it's on the floor. Someone sees it and it's like next to the cube. Someone sees it's so different how everybody thinks.
That's
And
so
I saw a
different.
ladder like close to the cube, but it's also going in air. Probably the same, but it's made out of wood. So see, it's different
Wood?
for everyone. Yes.
Why would you think of a ladder of wood?
Yeah, and I think that why would you think of a ladder that's made out of steel? Do you
Because all
get me?
ladders are made of steels.
I saw a wood ladder.
That is very weird, Farah.
Okay, so the really interesting one, my favorite, is the horse.
Okay,
So what kind of a horse did you see? What color was it?
it's brown.
Oh, I love that. And how far was it from the cube?
There's a bit behind it.
Behind the cube and the ladder?
So, like, okay, so the cube is in the middle, the
Mhm.
ladder was on the right, the horse was in the left, but a
Mhm.
bit further.
So was the ladder like closer to the cube relative to the horse?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so the horse is a bit farther and the ladder is closer to the cube.
Yes.
And also, more important question, how far were you from the cube?
Like, it was in front of me, but
Okay.
like not very close. It was like in the middle, you know?
So, like, how far you are relative to the cube, it means how much you kind of explore your feelings and know yourself.
I was
So,
like steps away from it or
yeah,
something.
so you're self-aware. Do you get me?
Ah,
So, if it's really far away, you see a cube that's really far away, that means you're not in touch with yourself.
okay. What did you
So,
see?
I saw almost the same thing, like it's right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not far, but it's not like in my face, but it's like right in front of me.
Yeah, it's not in my face. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, what
so
about the
the
horse?
horse. So the color is brown for your horse, and it's kind of like close to your cube, but not as close as the ladder, correct?
Yeah. The ladder was kind of next to it. The horse was a bit far, like a bit
Okay.
behind all
So
of that.
did the horse have a saddle?
Yes.
And was the horse tied or was it a free horse?
No, it wasn't tied. It was just
And
standing there.
what was he doing? Just standing?
He was eating. So was the
He,
camel.
okay, there's a camel and a horse.
The camel was there, Shuruse. He was there from the beginning. Me
Okay.
and him in the beginning. Me and my camel.
Okay, so the horse represents the lover you are subconsciously seeking.
Okay.
The distance between the horse and the cube represents the closeness you have with your lover. If the horse is facing the cube, it shows you want to be the focus of and attention in the relationship. If your horse is closer to your
He
ladder,
was
he was okay. So if your
he
horse
was
is
facing the cube.
all right, so you seek attention from your lover. You want the focus on you.
I seek attention from everyone in my life. Farah.
This is specifically the lover you are subconsciously seeking. So
All
if the
right.
horse is closer to your ladder, it might suggest you want a lover who supports your goals, but it's not. You want your goals and lover separate.
Yes.
And if the horse is
I
tied up,
didn't know that.
see, this is really, I love this.
Like, when you're saying this, I was like, yeah, I want that.
Like when you think about your partner, do you think that your partner should like actively be like involved in your goals, in your business, or do you want your own life and then a love
No,
life?
I want my own. No, my own.
See,
Like he supports whatever I do in life, but he's like, you go, honey,
uh-huh.
but then I do my shit, right?
But he's
He's not
not
like in there.
involved and he's not like
No,
pinpointing and like helping you, sort of.
no, please. I would not like that. No. Oh, wait,
Okay.
honey. You go
Hatoon,
home.
I
Thank you.
literally like saw like almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, if the
So the
horse
horse
is,
wasn't tied.
he wasn't tied up. If he's tied up, it shows that you need to be in control in a relationship.
Oh,
If it's
I'm ready.
not, if it has a saddle, which your horse did, it means that you feel secure with them. You value the feeling of security in a relationship.
100%. Yeah.
And if your horse is free and not saddled, it means you view your lover as an uncontrollable slash unpredictable person or someone who is very independent. And you know who saw this?
Oh, I, I wouldn't think of her like this.
I definitely would think of her like this.
No.
And also
Oh,
the color,
she can't control it, basically.
she likes someone who's like subconsciously she's attracting people or wanting someone who's totally unpredictable, who's moving wild.
Oh, poor.
Yeah, okay, so also the color of the horse, I'm gonna tell you.
Also, can we talk about how very much my type has been exposed right now
Uh-huh.
to the public?
And also brown, you can,
Suitors, I'm ready. Here you go.
this is good. Like people are,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
putting
just
it out
saying a
there.
message. Yeah, a message for my suitors. Here you go. If you think
Gotta be
you can
a,
fill these characteristics and all, send me your application. Thank you very much.
so a brown horse with a
A
saddle.
brown horse. What is a brown horse, Farah? Never good comes of brown when it comes to me. Just shoot it at me, Farah.
All right, so the color brown in a horse represents that you prize comfort and reliability above anything else. Otherwise, you don't have,
100%.
apart from that, you don't have a specific set of expectations from your partner. You just want
Exactly.
comfort and reliability.
That is exactly what my mom was telling me yesterday. She was like, I don't know what she wants in life is to be comfortable. I was like,
Hatoon, I swear
yes.
to God, when you're done, like do this with your mom.
Oh my God.
We want to see if your dad matches the horse.
Definitely not.
Also, if
But
you
yeah,
see,
she was like, I don't all what she wants is someone just to let her be her. I was like, exactly, just let me eat when I want to eat, sleep when I want to sleep, and I'm good. Be your wife forever. Something for the guys.
if you see black, your idea of a partner is
Mhm.
dominant, seductive, and sophisticated.
Oh, oh my God.
So I don't
No,
know,
mine is brown.
elaborate.
With mine has black hair,
No, as in like the color of the horse is brown.
Yeah, I know.
And if you see
What
a
did you see, Farah?
brown
Yeah,
and a
I knew it
saddle,
was the same.
and he was just
I knew
chilling.
it was
He
the
wasn't
same.
like he was
Just
running
chilling,
away,
yeah.
and he was a bit far from the cube, like on the other side.
We just woman who wants to be untied in life.
Also, if you see a white horse, you value loyalty and you trust more than anything else in a relationship. So loyalty and trust. The last one. Sorry, the second
What
one.
was the last one? I've already forgot.
So the storm.
The storm, yes.
Yeah. So you saw a storm, or did you not see a storm?
I saw a storm.
And where was the storm?
It was dude, so far away. So far away. Like on my right, behind everything else, but it was so far, but it was coming at me. But it was still so far, like there's time for me to run.
Okay, so you feel like it's coming at you, but you can avoid it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the storm represents the obstacles or problems in your life. If the storm is very intense, then your problems are causing havoc in your life.
Mine wasn't that intense. Like I didn't have to, run for my life. I
Yeah,
just
it
had to
wasn't
run
even,
from
it
its
was
way,
in the, so if you see the storm far away from you, you feel like there are problems in the world, but you are fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But if they encompass the entire desert, then it means you might have some ongoing issues, which you think will take a while to resolve. If your
No, I'm
storm is
good. I'm
light,
chilling.
yeah, you're chilling. If your storm is light, then it means your problems don't really upset the balance of your world. If it is outside the room, it means you see your problems at a distance and they can be easily controlled. I didn't even probably see a storm. It was like very far away. Also, there's people who see a storm inside their cube.
Oh God. What does that mean?
It means extreme like internal struggle, like you're struggling within yourself. So, okay, flower.
What
How
else?
many flowers, or was it one flower, did you see?
It was one flower.
One flower. Okay, I like that.
It's fun.
So,
No, because it's a desert at the end of the day. I'm not gonna see like a whole garden. It's just
okay,
one
so
flower that happened, to grow in the desert.
so there is some argument about the flower in relational psychology. The first argument is that the flowers represent your social connections. This could be those who you consider to be family or friends. How you feel about the flowers reflects how you feel about the people in your life. The number of flowers determines your significant connections and how close you are to them, which could be a bunch of flowers or it could be one. And
I
also,
don't think that's accurate in my case.
the same. I saw one flower, and I don't think that's accurate. I value a lot more than one
That's
flower
not
in my
accurate.
life.
I have hundreds of
But
people
also,
around
Hatoon, there's
me.
also like another argument for it, which might relate to us. A couple suggests you may be close to only very few people. So it doesn't mean that if it's one, it doesn't mean that it's just one person who's significant. It just means that there's a very small group of people, a handful of people that are very significant in your life.
Yeah, true. Like it's relatively a small group, I would say.
So
Some would
not like
argue
a
that.
huge,
Mm.
group of people that every single person is like extremely important to you. It's just a very small, tight-knit
No.
group of people.
Yes.
So
Also the color. What does
I'll
it
tell
mean?
you. So I'm just gonna do tons of flowers. So whoever's like doing it with us, they can. So if
Oh
you
yeah.
see tons of flowers, it suggests that you are a social butterfly with many connections or contacts, but you may not develop a deep relationship with any of them. A row or more
I
of
would think
flowers.
I'm that.
Yeah, you are social, like you're just more like a social person, but then you're not just like distant, like you are invested
Yeah.
when you speak to someone.
Uh-huh.
So also if you see a
Yeah.
row or more of flowers, that suggests that you have levels of connections. Some have stayed and some have gone. And the location of the flowers relative to the cube determines how close you are with these people. So how far were the flowers from the cube?
So you know how I told you there's like sand kind of like, mountains. Not mountains, but like I don't know what's
Yeah.
it called in English really. Like just a sand thing, like a hill kind of thing.
Hmm.
So it was up the hill. It was
Okay.
not close to the cube.
Also the color, what color did you see?
It was a red.
So red represents dominance, power, action, motivation, leadership, willpower, passion, and sexual energy. It is also the color many associate
Sexual
with,
energy.
yeah, it's also the color many associate with romantic love.
I will not comment on that.
Why not?
Skip to the next argument.
What's wrong with any of that? I like all of that. I actually don't remember the
It's
color I
really
saw.
nice. What?
I don't remember. I thought I did this test like months ago.
All right.
I don't really remember a lot from it. And then when you start doing it for other people, it kind of changes. Like imagine you know
Yeah.
what everything means and you're just gonna say things that is gonna make you feel good.
Yeah, you can't do it again. What is the other argument about
Yeah,
the
so the
flower?
second argument is that the flowers represents kids. Some believe the number of flowers you see is either the number of children you will have or the number of children you want. The closer the flower is to the cube, the closer you feel to your children or thought of having children. If your flower is close to the
Thought of
ladder,
having children.
yeah, if like in the future, if you think of having children, how close you want those kids to be to your life. You basically, not your life, obviously they're in your life, but like to you.
No, I think it's about, for me, it's about like the thought of actually having children, how
Mhm.
close it is to the cube. Mine is quite far.
If your flower is close to the ladder, then a goal in life might be to have children. Okay, that's really interesting. I didn't
Nah,
read that before.
mine is so far from the ladder.
Kick those fucking children. Also, different
Oh
colors
God.
also represent a variety in children. If you want boys, girls, different ages. So
Oh,
if
nice. What is red?
and if anyone just like saw lots of flowers and different sizes and different colors, that means you want like a whole, LGBTQ community of children.
Whole community of children.
That ends the test.
That was very interesting. I feel
Okay, so
exposed for that right now.
come on, it's not, it doesn't have to be like 100% accurate.
No, it's nice. I really didn't realize the whole goal/partner kind of a thing. Like
Hmm?
I thought about it, like you in life you just think about these stuff, but like I didn't know it's a thing for me. And this made it very clear that I'm like, yes, that's pretty much a thing. It's very important.
It's also something that you don't really think about because you don't ask yourself these questions.
No, like it's just I don't know, it just happens in life kind of thing.
So I really like when I did this, I really enjoyed it. I was like, never thought about stuff this way. And
Yeah.
also, every single person that I've done this with, everyone gets a very, very different result. And it kind of, when you look at their results and when you look at the answers that they give, it's like it shows, you can see it in them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's it's a very simple test and it's not that long to do as well. But
Yeah.
it tells you a lot about a person.
So I would really urge everyone to do it with us. And also if someone didn't, if you went through the entire test and you might not have taken the test, so obviously you can't go back and take the test. Actually, there's no way to not take the test. Like subconsciously, you are, whenever I'm asking you a question, subconsciously your mind is gonna answer those questions. Okay, that's the test. That's everything.
Thank you so much, guys. This is the end of this episode. We hope you enjoyed the test and we hope you did it with us. And we will link for you the test and the articles for it. And we hope you have fun.
Guys, please share this with your friends and please like the video, comment what you thought about the test. Also, guys, in no way we're professionals or anything like that. This is just for fun. This is something that I came across and I thought I had to share it with my best friend. So please share it.
Good crack.
Please go to our Apple podcast. Please go to our Spotify, also YouTube. We're everywhere.
YouTube.
Just go everywhere. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.